Hey everybody, how's it going? I just wanted to add a couple things to my video from 2 weeks ago about pronouns, specifically what to do if you mess up somebody's pronouns. Also, if you mess up their name, this sort of works for all of that. So if you mess up somebody's name or pronouns, the best thing you can do, in my experience and in the experience of a bunch of my trans and genderqueer friends, is to quickly and calmly apologize, correct yourself, and then keep going. So, for example, that might look like, oh, it's just like I'm sorry, what they said. It's not that hard. You apologize to show, like, you acknowledge that you messed up. You apologize because it can be, like, a really awful feeling to have your pronoun screwed up or your name screwed up. And so that's the apology is important, and then the correction shows that you know what their preferred pronoun is and that you respect them and care about them enough to use the right thing. And so you're like, oops, and you fix the mistake. And it also demonstrates to anybody else who may be around in the conversation or just eavesdropping or whatever that like that's the right name or pronoun to use for that person. And then you just sort of keep going with what you're doing. It's really important to not freak out and make a big deal of it. Like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, what did I do? I didn't mean it. I can't believe it. I don't know. Don't do that. That's just it's just like a scene, and it's a hassle, and it puts a lot of draws a lot of attention to the issue, and like suddenly everyone's focusing on like that person's pronoun or their name, or like just thinking about their gender identity, and maybe they don't want that. And it kind of makes it more about you and how terrible you feel when really they probably feel terrible, and it's more important that, they get a little bit of healing in this moment than you, like, demonstrate how freaking guilty you feel or something. I don't know. If you really, really feel bad about it and you want to do, like, a bigger apology than just, like, I'm sorry, and then the quick correction, that's something you should do in private. Like, find them later, talk to them, be like, hey, I'm really sorry I messed up earlier, I wasn't thinking, or it was a slip of the tongue, or, I knew it was something else for a long time, old habits, blah, 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 and be like, I'm not going to do it again, or I'm working on changing it in my brain, and, I'm sorry, I'm going to try really hard, and blah, 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 and, like, and then seriously make an effort to, like, get it right next time, but that, like, deeper apology should be done in private. Another important thing to avoid is to just pretend nothing happened. So if you say she instead of he, and then you just keep going, it's just a complete lack of, like, respect for that person. It shows that you either know that, like, either you don't care what you call them, or that you like, don't, it's just, and it confuses other people. Like, I just don't know why you wouldn't correct yourself, because you don't have to make a big deal out of it. So, just, if you mess up, it is important to correct it, because it helps, other people figure it out, and it also, takes that burden off of the person whose information you kind of, like, screwed up there. So, if you accidentally get somebody's name or pronoun wrong, it's not great. Try not to do it again. But, like, you're not a bad person. It was an accident. I've screwed it up by accident before. Life. So just, like, don't beat yourself up about it. But, like, it is important to make that effort to get people's names and pronouns right. Sorry, this video is kind of disjointed and spacey, and the quality is low. It's late and I'm tired, and I forgot about this video, and so I'm sort of throwing it together at the last minute. I'm sorry. Yeah, again, if you have questions about pronouns or whatever, just put them in the comments, and I'll answer them as best I can. Cheers.